Hello, everyone. We all have desires we wish to fulfill in this lifetime. Source tells us that we are deserving and equipped to achieve these desires. With just a few adjustments in our approach, we can attain them. Our discussion focuses on identifying these adjustments and techniques to fulfill our desires quickly and effectively. In this chapter, we will explore how to increase your teachability index. Before we proceed, please watch videos number 17, 18, and 20 to fully grasp the context of this chapter. Remember, all our chapters are sequentially numbered and listed on YouTube as a playlist. Our teachability index, like our vibration, fluctuates throughout the day due to various factors. The key to maintaining high teachability is to develop a keen awareness of what makes us unteachable. With this awareness, we can recognize when we are unteachable and address the root cause, thereby increasing our teachability again. After we lost that investment money, Soni and I took a deeper look to identify what we did wrong. We realized that the universe did try to help us through Roman's warning, but we were unteachable at that time. To prevent this from happening again, we started compiling a comprehensive list of scenarios that made us unteachable. Let's take a look at that list. First item on the list is, we are not teachable when learning is not our first priority. What is it that you, me, the happiest person in the world, the most powerful person in the world, and the wealthiest person in the world all have in common? We each have the same 24 hours in a day. The key difference lies in how we use that time, which ultimately determines our achievements and happiness. Therefore, correctly understanding our priorities is important. What are the typical priorities in our lives? Work takes up so much time, and so does commuting. Some people commute many hours every day. Family, taking care of children's needs, school activities, caring for aging parents, household chores, cleaning, cooking, laundry, groceries, mail processing, all of that takes up time. What about entertainment, watching TV, movies, gaming? In today's world, we also have social media, which takes up a lot of time. Pet care, feeding, walking, getting supplies, vet visits, healthcare, managing relationships, finances, budgeting, paying bills, managing investments, self-care, personal needs, hygiene, grooming, home maintenance, repairs, home improvement projects, yard work, maintaining plants, all of that takes up time. The list goes on, but you get the idea. Learning, self-development, and working towards one's desires are generally not on that list, but they should be, and they should be the first priority on the list. I'm familiar with the daily routine of several well-known achievers of our time, and those activities are always part of their daily schedule, setting them apart from the crowd. There is a quote that profoundly impacted Soni and I. The quote is, 98% of the people spend 98% of their time on things that do not matter. Steve Jobs emphasized living each day as if it were your last. He famously said, "For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something." This reflected his philosophy on focusing on what truly matters each day. That approach is worth considering. Think of the busiest person you know. Now imagine someone offering them $100 million, but with one condition. They have to drop everything and fly across the globe to claim it. Despite their packed schedule, it's almost certain that they would find a way to make the trip. This illustrates a crucial point. We always make time for what we consider truly important. It's not that people lack time for self-development. They often do not grasp its importance. Everything you aspire to achieve stems from equipping your mind with the right knowledge and skills. Recognize the value of learning and self-improvement and make it a cornerstone of your daily routine. Your dreams and desires are within reach when you commit to consistent growth and development. Next item on the list, we are not teachable when our sponge is too full or too small. What does that even mean? During my technology career, I enrolled in boot camps, immersing myself in complex technical material for 8 hours a day, week after week. I could manage this because I had practice for such intensive learning. Similarly, students in school or college can handle this pace because they are also accustomed to it. However, once you're out of practice, the human brain can only absorb so much information before it reaches its limit. Overloading it leads to saturation, making further learning ineffective. That's why we keep our videos around 20 minutes. This format ensures you receive focused, digestible content, allowing ample time to absorb, process, and internalize the information without being overwhelmed. While you're learning, be mindful of your brain's capacity. Recognize when you have reached your limit, take a break, and give yourself time to recharge before diving back into learning again. In today's world, a new challenge of sponge becoming too small has surfaced. The average human attention span has notably decreased over the years. As of recent studies, it is estimated to be around 8.25 seconds, which is less than that of a goldfish. Various factors contribute to this decline, such as pervasive use of social media and the constant stream of information and notifications from electronic devices. Social media platforms, especially those focusing on short-form content, are designed to capture attention quickly, but lack depth, leading to more frequent mindless scrolling and shorter attention spans. Additionally, multitasking and the overuse of technology further exacerbates this issue, as they prevent individuals from focusing on a single task for extended periods. This is one of the key reasons people struggle to achieve their desires. Manifesting something in the physical requires the ability to direct sufficient energy towards that desire through deliberate and undivided focus. You may remember from the teachings of Abraham Hicks that holding a pure thought for 17 seconds without contradiction is the initial step to ignite the process of manifestation. This duration is considered the time needed to generate enough energy to attract another similar thought, thereby starting the momentum towards manifestation. Building on the 17-second principle, if a person can hold a pure positive thought for a total of 4 consecutive 17-second intervals, which totals 68 seconds, it significantly amplifies the vibrational energy. At this point, the thought's vibrational frequency is strong enough to set the law of attraction into motion in a meaningful way, increasing the likelihood of manifesting the desired outcome. That is why it is critical to increase one's attention span. 8.25 seconds is not enough. If one's attention span is less than that of a goldfish, they cannot concentrate enough energy to manifest those desires. To achieve their desires, one should really consider eliminating habits that are shortening their attention span. Next item on the list, we are not teachable when our bodies are not in homeostasis. Homeostasis is the process by which living organisms regulate their internal environment to maintain a stable, constant condition, essential for survival. It involves various physiological mechanisms that balance factors such as temperature, pH, hydration, and electrolyte levels. For instance, the human body maintains a stable internal temperature by sweating to cool down or shivering to warm up. This balance ensures that cells are functioning optimally despite changes in the external environment. However, sometimes the external environment becomes so extreme that it disrupts homeostasis. In such situations, teachability index goes down because our body's physical resources are directed towards regaining homeostasis. For example, I once attended a seminar in a room that was unbearably cold, making it impossible to focus. I had to go back to my hotel room, layer up, and then return to the seminar. It's important to be aware that when we are too tired, too hungry, too cold, too hot, or under the influence of substances or alcohol, we are not in homeostasis and therefore not teachable. Planning our learning sessions with control over external factors is really wise. If you know you will be in a potentially uncomfortable environment, prepare in advance to maintain your teachability. Next item on the list. We are not teachable when we forget that we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. That is the lesson. Let me share an example. Many of you know about my turbulent start in America. The journey from homelessness to landing a professional job took a toll on me, turning me into a workaholic who forgot how to relax. Even on vacations, I would find myself sitting on a beautiful beach with picture-perfect turquoise water, yet my mind would still wander instead of enjoying the moments and being present. It was frustrating. Then I met Soni, who naturally had a childlike ability to fully engage in the present moment. Learning from her significantly improved my ability to be present. We eventually started practicing meditation and breathwork, further enhancing my ability to stay present. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, we spent a year visiting Disney several times every week, binge riding roller coasters every time. It was impossible not to be fully present during those rides. That year, my ability to be present reached new heights, and I couldn't help but brag about having mastered the art of living in the moment. I was very proud of myself. Then, Source came into our lives, teaching us profound life lessons. One day, I was deeply immersed in Source mode, enjoying nature in our yard. In this heightened state, all my senses, including the sixth sense, are intensified, making the experience incredibly vivid and present. Abie, recognizing how much I was relishing the moment, decided to elevate it even further. They focused my entire being on a butterfly, and as we watched it fly, the rest of the world just faded away and time seemed to slow down, making it feel like everything was in slow motion. I could see the dust particles flying off its wings with each flap. It felt as though we had zoomed in with a magnifying glass, experiencing every intricate detail of the butterfly's flight in slow motion, and nothing was missed. That experience was mind-blowing and left me with a profound realization. I really did not know what I did not know about being fully present. I believed I understood how to be fully present in the moment, but I wasn't even close to grasping its true depth. That, my friends, is the lesson to remember. It is perfectly okay to be proud of your knowledge of a particular subject, and it is perfectly okay to have confidence in your ability. But always remain open to the possibility that you may not know everything about that subject, because the entire universe revolves around the concept of expansion, and the moment you believe that you have mastered everything about a subject, your expansion stops, because you, with your own free will, put an end to that expansion. The moment you signal the universe that you know everything about a subject, that belief alone will prevent you from learning anything further. This understanding is particularly important for students of the law of attraction. Remember when Roman warned us about investing in Bill's company? We ignored his warning because we believed we understood the law of attraction and our emotional guidance systems. Some of the investors even did a gut check and felt confident in the outcome of the investment. We believed that if we all just focus on a positive outcome for the investment, it will turn out positive. Yet, the investment failed, and we all lost money. It turns out we did not know what we did not know about the law of attraction and our guidance systems. common side effect of learning esoteric information like the law of attraction is developing arrogance, thinking one is superior for knowing something that others do not. This attitude hinders teachability and leads to undesired outcomes. Embrace being humble and teachable to truly master the law of attraction and the advanced concepts that we will teach. That concludes our chapter for today. In the next chapter, we will continue with more items on the list. Have a fantastic day, embrace being teachable, and may the source be with you.
Thank you, Matt, for sharing this information. Sharing is caring. Share this video with 7 people and septuple your luck today.
This publication is protected by U.S. and international copyright laws with all rights reserved. It is free to share and only personal, non-commercial use in its original form without any edits is allowed. For commercial use permit, visit sonymattandsource.com. No part of this publication may be reproduced by any mechanical, photographic, or electronic process, or in the form of a phonographic recording, nor may it be stored in a retrieval system, transmitted, or otherwise be copied for public or private use, other than for fair use as brief quotations embodied in articles and reviews without prior written permission of the publisher. The creators of this publication do not dispense medical advice or prescribe the use of any technique as a form of treatment for physical or medical problems without the advice of a physician, either directly or indirectly. Any information in this publication is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Consult your physician before beginning any diet, nutrition, or fitness plan or lifestyle changes. The intent of the creators is only to offer information of a general nature to help you in your quest for emotional and spiritual well-being. In the event you use any of the information in this publication for yourself, the creators and the publisher assume no responsibility for your actions, and you agree to release the creators and the publisher and anyone and everyone from any and all liabilities.